So now we're officially recording, and I will go ahead and play some music here so we can feel like we're doing a real show.
Click the buttons.
Yeah, here we go.
Let everybody behind the curtain. This is how Tom does it.
Here we go.
It's time for the Apple WatchCast. Apple WatchCast, a podcast dedicated to the Apple Watch.
It's time once again for the Apple WatchCast, where we talk about any and everything Apple Watch, Apple's most personal device yet. This is episode 100, a bonus episode for the week of April 24th. I'm your host, Tom, and joining me, as always, is Scott and Vincent. You know what? If I said it once, I've said it 100 times. Don't let the music continue to play. Welcome to the show, guys.
There it is.
Yeah, first live show.
Yep.
This is so much fun.
Hey, I'm just glad I'm not the one who screwed it up first. Yeah.
No second takes, no editing on this one at all. So what you see is what you get. How y'all doing?
Good.
First time live on video, so everyone can see us. Maybe the last time they see us.
So sad. Oh my gosh.
Maybe for the 1,000th episode, maybe.
Yeah, we might come back to this. They said it wouldn't last, right? 100 shows, still ticking. I think this is great.
I don't know. I may get rained out of this one.
Yeah, it's raining here. I've been waiting for the power to go out, but it hasn't. Hasn't disrupted the show yet, so we're still good.
Anybody who caught national news and saw the flooding going on down here in Houston?
Yes.
Yeah, that was my neighborhood.
You were underwater, way underwater.
I'm high and dry. I'm on the second floor right now.
Well, I want to welcome everyone joining us live online. We're using Blab. Now, if you're listening to this afterwards, I'm going to put this out as an audio podcast as well. You can go to our website at applewatchcast.com, and I'll put a link to the video here so you can actually see what we're talking about. But no editing. This is live. And if you have any questions for us during this, if you type a / with a Q in front of it, your question will pop up in the comments, and we can see it a lot easier that way. We'll try to get to as many of them during the show and try to get to them after the show as well if you have any questions. So hopefully this will work out. Hopefully our bandwidth holds up. And so far so good, but
all the scores are working.
No promises here. This may we may have some problems, but
right.
What I wanted to talk about on this show was Watch 2, because we've touched on it here and there. The rumors are flying about what's going to happen with the new watch. It seems to be all the media is talking about right now. When is it going to be released? What are the new features? Some are saying we're going to get a minor S type of upgrade with the same exact body, just faster chips. Well, others are saying we're getting a 40% thinner watch, with GPS chip, FaceTime camera, and more. I mean, what's realistic here? What do we really think Apple's going to do with the watch, given the fact that also recently we've heard a lot of talk about how sales are not all that great, or maybe not quite what Apple expected. Not a failure by any means. I mean, any other company, if this was a standalone business, would be booming. But by Apple standards, this might not be as successful as they wanted it to be, at least at this point a year later. What are you guys' thoughts on this? What do you think we're going to see?
Well, when the first iPhone came out and then the second one, it was a drastic change, right? I mean, it was a different body.
Yes.
So I can see that happening. There it is.
Oh, look at that. Scott has one.
The first one. That kind of resembles the watch.
Very much so. I like your band there, Scott. That's a nice band.
Oh, thank you.
Maybe.
Yeah, what band are you wearing today, by the way? I've got...
this is that Clockwork Synergy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll be...
so it's a heavy NATO, black and silver stripe band.
Oh, the NATO band, right? NATO stuff.
Yeah.
I'm rocking the Apple woven band. That's the kind of the black gray one. Yeah, from Apple. I love this thing. What do you got, Vincent?
The Clockwork Synergy one as well, the alligator print one.
Ooh, you're going alligator. Okay.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Yeah. A little dressy.
Yeah, we'll be reviewing those.
Matches shoes.
We'll be reviewing some of those bands, I think, next week during the show. So that's pretty cool. Just trying them out.
So, back on point.
Yes.
The 3G was a drastic change from this. I think they went to the full plastic back.
Yes, they did.
That and
I still have that one. Yeah.
The aluminum on there. But I don't know. My guess is that they're going to keep exactly what they have and change the guts. If they have to add something more to it, I think they would have room with the one they have.
Right.
And maybe it's not time to change it up yet.
So you think the 40% thinner is probably Watch 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
that's my guess. That's my guess. I don't know why they changed from this to the plastic one, unless, of course, it was, the antenna part on the back.
I think it was.
And this was creating a problem.
It was because then the next version, they put the antenna all the way around it.
Right.
And if you held it wrong, you had no signal.
All right.
Yeah, but this seemed to have been a more durable version of that. Yeah, and right. I don't know. I like the style. I hate that they went away from that so quickly. And I guess that's why I want to say that they're going to keep the same design, just kind of, change out what's inside of it.
Right. I think at WWDC, we might hear, if that's in the works, and it seems like from all the different vendors, third party, which is where you hear about all this stuff, that it's underway. The watch is well underway right now. Prototypes, that sort of thing. Yeah. I think you might hear an announcement about it at WWDC, including Watch OS 3, what it will entail to take advantage of any of the new chips or anything that's in the watch. But I kind of agree with you, Scott. I don't see them changing the form factor right away, as much as I want to.
I think it's going to get thinner.
I do, this time around.
I do. I think that, changing out the guts, doing something with the digital crown, reshaping it, but keeping the lugs. I see. You got to keep the
lugs. There'll be a revolt.
Right.
I see that Drew agreed with that too. You would stay with the rectangular.
Yeah, if everybody has to buy new watch bands, my wallet can't take that. There's no way.
Yeah,
I can't.
But I can keep my watch, and you give me all your bands.
Well, no, that's not going to happen.
Give them away on the show.
Yeah, we'll give them away. But
somebody's going to make an adapter.
It's like a watch Band-Aid.
So that's interesting, Vincent. You actually think they're going to change the form factor right out of the gate here?
I think so.
Wow.
I think that's one of those things. To make it a better battery life and to kind of keep the momentum going, I feel like they need to have some change in the way it looks.
Yeah, if the cells aren't where we think they are or should be, that may be something that you would have to generate new excitement.
Drew here. Hi, Drew. How you doing? Says he has a question. He says there's been a lot of talk since the beginning about what a circular watch option. Says, what do you think? I'd stay with the rectangular personally. That's. I don't think they're going to go circular at this point. Do you? That's one of the other rumors. I've seen stories about it.
They're going to go widescreen, aspect 16 by 9.
And Pebble's going to be
like that, right? It'll be like that.
Yeah, bigger. I think we go bigger.
With a curved screen, right? It'll be
right.
I love it.
All the Android.
Because they're doing OLED, right? They're going to go OLED. So.
Yeah, why not? Curve it. Yeah. Wrap it around the wrist. Like all those prototype designs that we saw in the very beginning, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm still thinking that we're not going to actually get a new watch until around the time of the phone. I'm saying September, October, announcement at WWDC. It may be totally wrong, but I just see him on a much slower path with the watch.
Yeah, not too much change too quick. We're still trying to get the apps up to speed on this thing. I just don't see them doing anything drastic at this step in the process. Maybe after the first of the year, the rumors will start flying about whether it's circular or wraps around the wrist or something like that. But I think right now, you stick with what you have, just kind of make it better.
Yeah,
but people are going to buy, just an S upgrade at this point.
See, I don't think it's enough. I know I'm thinking that's what they're going to do. I don't agree with it, but because I'm thinking they need to do much more to get more interest in the watch.
Well,
Yeah.
How thick the watch is right now. I mean, there is probably room to add GPS to this, or some other feature. Who knows?
You know what? I would upgrade the watch. I would buy a new one if they simply put in a GPS chip. That alone, I think, would be amazing. What you could do with apps and everything else.
Standalone Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It needs to do that, so it can work with iCloud and stream your music, that kind of stuff.
Right. So is there room in the watch currently to do that?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. They're going to go wider. Or maybe that's...
Well, I don't think they're going to go 40% thinner.
Or bigger. It'll be a 60 millimeter watch.
Oh, well. It's the plus.
Yeah, the plus version of the watch. I love it.
Why not?
Well, you look at watches, you go to a mall, you go somewhere and you see where they're all on display. These giant watches. I mean, huge watches in size seems to be the trend.
Yeah.
So, why not? Why not go with just
the clown watches?
Right. Yeah. Why not?
That'll go out. Yeah, even with Pebble, they have a huge round watch. It's so they go rectangular and then Apple decides to go round. I mean, it's flip-flop. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen.
One thing they might do that would be very interesting is if you keep the same form factor, you put in maybe a GPS chip a little bit faster or what, but the bands become the accessories and upgrades of different types of features. The smart bands become the way you upgrade your watch.
Yeah. I can see that.
Well, okay, so if they don't add a GPS chip, but they don't add Wi-Fi to this, but if they make the apps run better, is that still a limitation of it communicating back to the phone? I mean, have we reached a threshold here with the way apps, communicate back and forth? Can you make a native app faster on what you have right now?
I don't know. I don't think so. Unless, you mean in terms of like throttling? I think in that interview with Sean,
if they don't change, if they don't change anything. I mean, unless it's a faster iPhone and it can communicate faster somehow. But if you're just changing, if you don't change anything hardware wise, what can you do software wise to make the apps run faster?
Yeah,
and be native apps. And honestly, I think that's the holdup. I don't really have an issue, with the design. I don't have the issue with the power. I mean, it has the power of 4S, the chip that's in the 4S. I don't know. It just seems like, what we have out there third party wise, how can we, what tools are they going to give the developers so they can develop apps that are going to work a whole lot better? And once we, take care of that, then I think, then you're going to start seeing changes, with the look and design of the watch.
Yeah, I don't know from a chipset standpoint if that's going to be enough to speed up apps. Making them faster, making them totally native. I don't know how else you can get them any faster.
I had a question. Like in that interview with Sean, he was saying that he wants to, let Apple let them paint directly to the screen, to create more engaging games. But have they ever showcased a game like in any of
the Apple Watch events?
Yeah. It's always health or right.
Nothing health or well, they haven't featured much of anything. I think that's been part of the problem too, right?
I would have featured Palm.
Here's another band.
Yeah, here's another band. What else is there? I mean, tons of great apps out there.
Yeah, here's a band that wraps around your wrist 3 times.
It's better than 2.
A triple tour. Yeah. It's only $500.
Takes you like an hour to get in it and 2 hours to get out of it.
But I don't know. They haven't. You're right, Vincent. They haven't featured any apps. They haven't really shown people what they can do with it outside of the Apple apps, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So either the hardware is a limitation of what it can do, and that's why they're not doing that, or it's just not out there. Now, I know, for the most part, the Apple apps, the native apps on there, I mean, I like, and they function.
Yeah.
And they do what, they're supposed to do for the most part. But it's, it's getting with the developers. And I think they started that process by saying that by June 1st that, they all have to be OS2 native. I think that process has started, and that's Well, I don't think we're going to see much different this year. With the Apple Watch, but if anything, GPS.
Yeah, definitely. We have to have GPS. We have to have something to talk about. I mean, you can't.
Or it's the Wi-Fi. Maybe it's not the GPS. Maybe it's the Wi-Fi,
right?
and that's what makes it faster.
Yeah. Untethering.
Untethered.
So if you open up Wi-Fi, I mean, it has a chip in there, right? Open up Wi-Fi, and then GPS it, and let it run standalone.
And then add a very smart band to it that gives you all kinds of accessories.
Yeah.
Right.
So do you see this going the way of replacing your phone at some point?
It could. As it stands now, no, but it could down the road.
I mean, because what we're talking about, of course, we want to see the whole kitchen sink thrown in on this, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, it would get to a point where it would just replace your phone. So, Apple may not do that.
No, I don't think they want to complete that. I don't think it was designed to do that. What I'm saying is, I think they're being very cautious about how they're moving forward with the watch, whether it's in software, apps, hardware. There seems to be definite breaks on this thing, and I don't know why, other than they're looking at some image that we have no idea what it is down the road, and they're not quite there yet.
2 years down the road, they're going to say, we didn't know what we were doing. We were flying by the seat of our pants on this one. We were listening to Tom, Scott, and Vincent and coming up with ideas.
It'll be the Newton of 2015.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah.
It's too good for that.
Yeah.
But no, I think the bands are a way that the smart bands make so much sense to me. If you haven't, even if you have the first generation Apple Watch with the right smart band, you could suddenly have GPS, Wi-Fi. All those capabilities can be put into the band, couldn't they? And just run through the port. Yeah, is that possible, Vincent?
I would assume so. A question of like waterproofing and such. That's where, I have doubts, but I can see that happening.
Yeah, Drew doesn't think that in a world with where we're getting bigger phones that anybody wants to replace their phone with a watch. He's right. You kind of get addicted to the big screen, right? Yeah. Try going from your phone, Scott. You have the Plus, right? Now look at your watch screen. That's a big shift. Yeah, that's a huge shift that I don't think people.
I'm looking at this screen, and I was messing around with this earlier.
Yeah.
Still work?
Yeah, it does. So if I
that's the original iPhone. That's not the 3G, right? That's the first version,
right? So if I start a new message,
on mine the LED is dying.
Actually, it's kind of hard to.
That's working.
Wow.
Yeah.
So those keys are so hard to press. I mean, they're so small. But this is so you see this and you see this.
Wow.
It's pretty big.
Turn around. Let me see the screen size on both, because that's telling, isn't it?
Yeah. Let me turn it off because it's kind of bright.
Yeah.
There we go.
But oh my goodness, look at that.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
Hey, we can see ourselves.
Look at that.
Yeah, so it goes back and forth until you guys disappear in affinity.
Don't cross the streams.
Yeah, don't cross the streams. Yeah, hey, you like the little doodad on the back?
Is that the little finger thing?
That's it. No, that's a.
Yeah. Oh, the magnet.
Yeah, it's a metal plate.
For docking it. But I don't think we're going to be in a world where the watch is going to exist in other than a couple of sizes. I don't think they're going to get into that crazy. I mean, you look at the progression of the iPhone. I just don't see it going that far. Wrists are only so big, right? I mean,
right.
Of course, they said that about pockets. They said your pocket's only so big, and the phone had to fit your hand. And what'd they do? They came out with a bigger one. There's a rumor they're going to do an even bigger one.
And now we have bigger pockets.
There you go. Just get a bigger pocket. Get a bigger wrist. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Anyway, it'll be interesting to see. I know no matter what they do, I'm definitely going to be upgrading to it.
Yeah.
You are, Vincent. I think, Scott, you're probably going to hold back for a little bit.
Yeah. I'm gonna enjoy this because they're gonna, apps are gonna run faster and breathe new life into the watch, and I'm not tired of it yet. So
Right.
after 1 year, I'm just getting to know it. It's taken this long for me to understand everything.
Let's talk about the OS for a minute. What can they do with WatchOS 3 that can? I mean, we know we heard from the developer what they're looking for as far as access to that screen in a more one-to-one relationship. But as far as a user goes, what can they do? I mean, there's certain things we have to admit people don't use that much. How often do you hit the button for friends?
Or glances.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of friends, is that messed up for you in the last update?
No.
Really?
Oh, I didn't update.
But is that a button that you ever use?
No, not really.
Then
I accidentally.
Then in the update of software, I want the ability to tell it what that button should launch. Choose
Sure.
any app. Could be any app.
Sure.
It's like your home button. It should be the one thing I can set like you go for a run, you have a power song when you hit the button. I want to be able to pick what app is my power app that one button will launch.
What would be your
there
power
you go.
app?
Software wise, there's a lot of functionality you can add.
Sure. That as the watch stands as it is in hardware. My power app would probably be the sleep app. I don't want to have to dig through glances or use up a complication to get to it. If I'm going to sleep, just tap the button, up it comes, and there it is.
Speaking of sleep, would it dim the screen like the new iPads do and go to ambient lighting? And that's a software thing, right?
How about always on? Is that what you're talking about?
Always on, or just basically be a lot dimmer if you're having to wear it at night. You don't like blind yourself when it turns on.
Yeah. How about having the ability to adjust that? Use the crown to dial up and down the brightness of the screen, and the ability to turn it on all the time. If I have the watch on all the time and I dim the screen, that's up to me what battery life I want to get out of it. But at least
as long as you have the little battery life indicator, that's
right.
Application that's right there with it. Just
that's what they do for the laptops. Energy saver, right?
Yeah. The funny thing is, it'll probably only stay on for 70 seconds if you have the screen bright.
Right.
And your battery's gone.
Yeah. Creative Link says battery life would be more like battery death. Yes, it would.
Yeah.
But there are times where I would want that option. I mean, have you ever used reserve power or low power mode? Have you ever set your watch to that? Have you had to?
I've had to, yes.
You have?
Yeah.
I've never. It got down to 10% the other day. That's the lowest I think I've ever had it.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm a different use case here.
So you mean you didn't leave something on, like your activity, and then go to find out towards the end of the day your watch doesn't work anymore?
No, I just didn't charge it the time I normally do.
Yeah.
So but I still got through the whole day with it. That's the weird thing is that it does last. Depends on what you do with it. But anyway.
Yeah. I've gone a low power mode because I somehow knocked off the watch next to my nightstand at night and went to work with 20%. So.
Yeah, well, okay. Wouldn't it be great if you had a band that had extra battery? Oh, wait, no, they just killed that. Reserve strap.
Yeah,
they're killing batteries left and right, man.
Oh, man. Yeah. But no,
that batteries before they exist.
They are. But see, that would solve that. You could have a watch that is always on if your band was also the battery. You could charge it once a day, and it would probably last most of the day in a low modes. But
as long as it doesn't blow up on your wrist. Okay with that.
If it gets too hot, you might have to take it off before it combusts. But other than that, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh, speaking of the charger, I had a question about whether or not the magnet was on the charging unit or on the phone, on the watch itself, and it's on both.
It is.
There's a magnet on both.
That's what we assumed, but you've confirmed it.
Yes.
Okay. So which one was the culprit then?
I don't know.
The stronger one.
The stronger one that.
Oh yeah,
the one on the charger. Duh. Come on, man.
But that's interesting. Is it the actual
the glue lost?
The glue battle. Maybe someone was asleep that day at the glue station. But
I like your sign. It says you.
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 Welcome to the You Show.
This is interesting.
man.
This is actually the first time we've done a podcast where we can see.
I've never seen you guys before.
Yeah, this is all new to me.
You guys have aged. I'm serious.
Yeah, it's the podcast of the old guys.
It's been a whole year. I haven't seen you. What are you talking about? Wow, we're getting old. Look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I've been doing this podcast so long. Look at the poster that's behind you. That was new when we started.
That was the Tom and Scott's iMac show.
Yeah, right. For those of you just
When we
listening,
did not.
there's a poster behind me of the original colored iMacs, the Bondi blue, and I forgot how many colors it came in. You got purple and red and all sorts of fun colors. That was kind of cool.
Just
That
like
was-
watch bands.
Yeah, very very colorful, just like the watch itself, right?
Yep.
Yeah, nice little signage there on your microphone.
You like that? This is very high tech. These are business cards that I've stuck into the microphone stand because I didn't want to spend the money to get one of those cubes that you buy that you can put your logo on.
oh, wow.
Yeah, you can get those, but then you got to put your logo on them. They're like,
I think I found the source of the buzzing.
you did. What was that?
That's the card vibrating.
This. That's it. Let's see.
He puts them on the spokes of his bike too.
Creatives Link says, I haven't seen that poster since my first year at Apple. Oh, wow. So you worked at Apple. That's cool. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. You worked at Apple way back when. That goes back. What is that? Like 95? Somewhere around there? Must be. Right?
What's that? That poster?
These. Yeah.
That was the first to come out. Was that 99, right?
What?
Was it that late? 99?
Well, yeah, the blue.
Maybe it was. Yeah.
It was that was before the clamshell laptop, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that was right before the clamshell came out.
That's like 96, 97, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know it's the Apple Watch show, but I love talking about the old. I mean, you remember when that clamshell one first came out?
Yeah.
You could actually go to Sears and buy an Apple computer. Sears was a retailer for Apple at the time, and when that book, the clamshell one, came out, the iBook. I called they were impossible to find because there were so few of them. I called every Sears store I could in the whole Houston area, and I found one way north, like up near Greenspoint, one Sears that had one. And I drove all the way up there to get it just because I wanted that.
Wow.
So bad.
That's funny. I remember. I actually remember that.
You remember that? Yeah.
Thank you for the walk down memory lane there.
Sears selling. Oh, man. That's crazy.
Well, they lost that, didn't they? That contract, whatever it was.
Yeah, that was a failed experiment that only lasted a few years, I think. But anyway, we're here for the watch. Now, this is cool. Do you think we should do this for every show?
No.
You really want to think about it for a minute?
I don't know, but Tom has some props, man.
Oh, hey,
Hey.
give you some
See,
props.
Tom just doesn't want to edit anymore.
Well, that's exactly it, Vincent. Because there's no editing on this. I just get the file and I put it out. It's done. I'm tired of editing.
Yeah.
This show, I don't know whether you guys, maybe you realize it, but we record on Sunday, like 2 or 3 o'clock, right?
It varies, yeah.
What time do I usually text you that the show is posted?
10 at night.
There you go.
Yeah.
No.
Now there's a little break in there, but
Yes, it drinks.
It takes a long
Kicks back.
time. Takes a long time.
Watches the soaps he DVR'd.
Right. But this is awesome. I can't wait to send this one out. It's just, we'll have video and everything. This is cool. Hey, you need some more props, Vincent. Need some more props.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like my my Apple
Hey,
crap
look,
points.
this is our upper crap score.
Kind of centered around him. Vincent, you're not doing a good job taking notes, though. By the way,
Oh, okay.
yeah, your
Hey,
board.
we're recording. We're recording
Your
this.
board's still clean. Back there. Yeah,
So
I feel like if I wave, I can see my reflection in that white board behind you.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Somewhere in there. Yes.
Yeah.
Going back to the OS updates. I mean,
Yeah.
do you think they're going to have custom watch faces finally?
Oh, please. Why not?
Come on.
Just give me that. You know what? I'm not ask for much. Give me a GPS chip and new watch faces, and I will drop my money down and buy a new watch right now.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and I'll have it on the old one.
No,
it'll
only be on the new one.
Because when they
They're
come out
much
with the new
slower.
design, in 2 years,
I guarantee you to boost sales of the new watch, it'll only be on that one. Here, just to prove that, if you want the Hermes watch face, you have to buy the watch. Only comes with the watch.
but I don't want that watch face.
Well, but you might want the other ones. You might want the new ones. So, do you think they'll ever open that up to developers?
They should.
I hope so. They need to.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be disappointing if it was just another brand or something like that came out with another watch face. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to different complications that you can put together, you know, kind of piece it into,
I think once this becomes popular enough, I think it's not popular enough because nobody's jailbroke it. You know, when they jailbreak something, there's a popularity there, and that's why they're doing it.
Well, is it not?
Yeah.
So it's not popular enough to jailbreak, is what you're saying,
right? I mean, if you think about watch faces, I mean, why wouldn't you try to jailbreak it, Vincent? Come on.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Doing a stupid podcast, man. You just jailbreak it and put on whatever watch face you want. I mean, it's just not there yet. I don't think. You know.
I see that. Yeah. You give people a little bit of a playground to kind of mess around.
Yeah.
Yeah. They need to do that.
I don't know. Unfortunately, I think all we're going to get is a few authorized new faces from Apple, maybe, you know, four or five at the most. And that's going to be it for now.
No kidding. That's depressing.
It is, but I just don't see him opening it up.
Tom, come on, man.
That's messing with, in their opinion.
Glass half empty, man.
In their mind, though, that's opening up the OS, right?
Yeah.
Right. I feel like we need to keep score on this.
Yeah.
Like we actually write down our predictions and that we see who actually got these right.
Wow. Yeah. Ryan Wong just said a friend of his bought a Hermes cuff.
She
lives in Canada. $810. Is that Canadian dollars? Is that American dollars? I don't know. Yeah, it's pricey. It is so pricey.
Yeah.
But you know what? People love it. You know, people who are going to spend that money, they see the benefit of it, the quality of it. Same with, I guess that goes for any category, right?
Hey, if I had the money, I would do the same thing. I mean, just like if I had the money, I would have the gold watch or your silver watch.
Or my silver one. Right.
Stainless steel.
But no, I mean, some people will spend $600 on a pair of shoes where other people would never pay more than $50. You know, it just, there's certain things that are more important to people for whatever reason, but nothing wrong with it. It's just,
I haven't come across $600 running shoes yet.
I bet you could get them.
Yeah.
I bet you could. Wait, how much are those Nikes that self-lace?
What? From Back to the Future?
Yeah, they actually created it.
Yeah.
I don't know how much they were. Several $100s probably.
You can use your Apple Watch to
find the best bargain on
it.
To control it. Laces too tight. Laces too tight.
That's my app for crap for next week. Just ruined it.
Yeah, you call your shoes to come to you. Yeah.
iRobo shoes.
Well, I think we've gotten a little off topic, but
who cares?
This has been great. This is fun. I love. This is kind of cool doing a video podcast. Like I said, I'm going to love not having to edit this thing. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everyone who joined us during the show. If you have any other questions for us, go ahead and leave them here. I'll check back on this. We'll leave this open for a little while. And
oh, you're kicking us off?
I'm kicking you off. We're done. This is a bonus show, and we've already
doing an app or crap.
Oh, this is the longest bonus show ever.
Dang.
Yeah. Oh, you want to do an app or crap? Do you have one ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, I'll make up one right now.
Okay, go ahead.
There we go. No.
You first, Scott. Go ahead.
We'll save it. We'll save it.
You say that, I probably have one ready. I could probably do one right now.
That app you were going to review?
Yeah, right. All right. Well, That's all the time we have for this episode. Thank you out there for listening. Look for our regular show coming up next Sunday. Also, as I said before, we recently added a donation button to our website. If you'd like to support our show, please donate there. Every little bit helps. Your moment of fame awaits. And we truly do thank you for your support. You can find our show notes on our website at applewatchcast.com. Subscribe to us in iTunes so you never, ever miss an episode. And while you're there, go ahead and leave us a review or a rating. We would love that. If you have any questions about the Apple Watch or about our show, send us an email at comments@applewatchcast.com or leave that comment on our website at applewatchcast.com. Like us on Facebook. Check us out on Twitter at Apple WatchCast. Thanks for listening and for sticking with us for the first 100 episodes. Until our next show, you're on your own time.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Wow, thank you for all those props. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
That was fun. That was cool.
I can't do the minus.
Are we still recording? We're still recording. That little red light's still on.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to
red
stop?
light?
Okay, and we're done.